I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire.
Sir?
I'm a vampire.
Sir, get out of my tent.
D-E-F-D.
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. This is Vampyr, Abby and Dan.
Yeah, hey, what's
Hey,
up?
Vinny, the vampire.
I'm a vampire. That plays for
CM
like
Punk.
5 people who have
Yes.
seen our film in 40s.
Yes.
Yep.
This is Vampyr. I am a vampire.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is my main character here.
Your vampire is very handsome.
Thank you. I'm a doctor also.
Let me see the
Wow,
teeth.
this good dude is a fucking catch, ladies. Hey,
Yeah.
and he dresses well. Say no
Wait,
more.
do ladies want to get with vampires? They're like evil people.
Ladies
that are
want to
gonna-
get with doctors who
Well,
are handsome
okay.
and know how to trim their beards.
Vampires kill people.
Look at me.
Wow.
My eyes, I think, were like this before I was a vampire.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
Pretty good, right?
into it.
So this is my main character, Jonathan Reed. This is the character. He was a doctor. This game takes place, I'm going to say between World War I and World War II.
Okay.
So the early 1900s.
Yeah.
20s, 30s.
So he
looking
served in World War I. He was a doctor. He has a specialization as a doctor in blood transfusion.
Okay, that
Which is
seems
interesting.
like a conflict of interest.
Which is interesting in the context of this game, but also plays very heavily into the story of why he is now a vampire. Not why he is a vampire, but why he is working at this hospital. He was a well-known doctor.
Does this game like try to be true to medical history at this time? Aside from all the supernatural stuff,
I
like does it
can't
seem like okay?
Tell. I don't know. Like there's based on my knowledge from Downton Abbey, like maybe.
Is this set in England?
Yes.
Okay.
So the story so far, I'll kind of just catch up. This is pretty early on, what I think is pretty early on in the game. I was made a vampire against my will.
Okay.
I don't really know what's going on. I kind of woke up as a vampire with not a lot of memory. I don't know who made me into a vampire.
Is there a lot of voluntary vampirism?
They're the people
but
who are
people
like their
want to become a
familiars
vampire.
and they're like basically a servant for a long ass time in the hopes that the vampire will turn them.
And
Okay.
and then I'm trying to. So basically, the main story arc now is I'm trying to figure out who made me into a vampire, why this happened. Also, I killed. I woke up and my. It's actually a pretty good scene. You wake up and then you're just like hungering for blood, and you've got this kind of vampire vision, and you're kind of just in vampire vision when you wake up, and you just. This person gives you a big hug, and then you just suck their blood and kill them.
Oh, jeez.
And then you
wow.
come to, and you're like, oh, no, I just killed my sister who was looking for me and
Oh,
thought I
jeez.
was dead.
Jeez.
And so you're pretty upset about that.
I really like
brutal.
that transition into vampire vision.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
a
I
sharp
did at
thing.
first, and then sometimes it's,
Takes too long.
well, like, the like smoky thing is kind of neat, but then can be a little confusing sometimes.
I like it.
But
It's a
I
good
do
look.
like it.
Yeah, I think this game looks nice.
So this is
Yeah.
a Dontnod game, the people who made Life is Strange. And that's going to show itself in a few ways, and it's kind of why I'm spending a little bit of time here, or more than a little bit, it's kind of setting up the story.
I understand that Life is Strange has a bunch of cutscenes and talking too. Is that correct?
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
narrative. Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
what
okay.
Life is Strange is.
This is
Gotcha.
more actiony, and so this is the hospital that I am working in now. Not all vampires are necessarily evil, and in the world that I am in now, in London, there is a plague going on.
Okay.
okay.
From what I know, there's a plague going on, like an influenza, an epidemic, but also there are vampires. The main guy who runs this hospital knows this. He knows I'm a vampire, and he's kind of enlisted me to help with this, not only this epidemic, but this vampire problem we have.
Okay.
Time has lost its effect
Okay,
on me.
so
The
the
suffering continues.
she's pretty great. We'll talk to her in a second.
Okay. I like her
Um,
dress.
Is that
So-
Harriet?
I think that no, no, I don't think that is Harriet.
Okay.
So kind of the main or one of the big hooks in this game are the social circles. So there are different places. This is Pembroke Hospital. You can see this is the society, the community here. You find these people, so when you don't know them, they're just unknowns. And they each have like a blood quality, and as you get to know them better, the blood quality goes up.
That's
and
how
the,
that works.
And the XP bonus there is if I were to just drink them, that's how much experience points I
Wow.
would get.
And then are they gone? Are they off the screen?
Yes.
So they're perma dead. Like, are these all bespoke characters?
Yes.
Or, okay.
So these are very specific characters who have very
wow.
specific roles in this world and very specific relationships.
So can you do the whole like Elder Scrolls thing where you can just kill these characters
I
that are
believe,
super
I
important?
believe
to the
so.
story?
So if you look at the status of this area, you can see it is healthy. If I were to start just offing like the pillar of the community, This
Yeah.
place might fall into like a hostile environment or a critical environment, but I would get sick XP.
I would love to try to just kill everyone immediately.
I think it is.
Is it possible to play through and kill no one, or is there like if you don't drink someone's blood, you will not be able to continue, or you'll die, or you won't have an?
So they're
enough
pretty
XP?
explicit and like it's a risk reward thing. So
Okay.
I have been living off of rats and stuff,
Ew.
and also
Ew. I take it back. This doctor is not dateable.
and also there are vampires that are lesser vampires that are kind of mindless, and you can drink their blood as well.
Okay.
I think that's about all we need for the setup. The bars on the left there you'll see are health. There's a stamina bar underneath, and then that's actually how much blood I have.
At the very bottom, the third one? Okay.
Yeah, and that is for blood powers, and those are in my talent tree, which is, sorry, let me find it.
Does that regenerate?
No, you have to drink the blood.
So it is a finite thing that you have to replenish
Where is that?
regularly.
So these are my active blood powers. I've got one that I can basically use some of my blood I've stored to get health back.
Autophagy.
Mm-hmm.
You drain your own blood.
Claws.
Or like use the blood I've drank. And then this is just a big attack.
Okay.
And you can, and these are some passive ones. And when I go to bed, you can kind of drop experience points into the power-ups, and we'll see that in a second.
Do you sleep in the daytime?
Yes.
Nice.
The other thing is when you go to bed, basically the gears of the world will shift, will tick, and that's when you'll see the results of what you did in the kind of network of people.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I saw you had a claws ability. So I don't see any claws on him now. Does he grow them like Wolverine?
He's got like long fingernails.
Ew, trim those. Definitely not boyfriend material.
He's
becoming
vampire.
less dateable, isn't he?
So let's just pick up with the story here, and it's a lot. Some of the things I like this game, and some of the things I don't like about this game actually come in from the talking to all these people.
Oh, that's too bad.
What happened to
friend.
the lady here? I really do want to talk to her. She's funny because there she is. She thinks she's a vampire.
Thelma.
Good evening, Miss Howard.
Is she delusional?
How are you?
Yeah.
I need blood, doctor. Warm, rich.
At least I don't think she's a vampire. So you go through these dialogue trees with everybody, and the ones that are grayed out I've done before.
Yeah.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what
Let me
I
ask
am.
you a question. Can
Yeah.
you
It
save
is
at
what
any
I
point?
feel within
No,
this
it's autosave.
hollow
Okay, I was
shell
gonna
of
say I
flesh.
would love to see if you could save and then just drink her blood and kill her right now.
So on the left there, you can see mesmerize.
Right.
And you need to be at a certain level to mesmerize somebody, and that's when you could lead them into the shadow and drink their blood.
Okay.
Or some people have, let's see if I bring it up here. So some people have sicknesses. She's healthy, but I need a mesmerize level of 2 to get her, basically to claw her head and drink the blood. But she's healthy. Some people are not. Some people are sick, and you're a doctor, and you can get them healthy
And then eat them.
and then eat them.
If they're sick, you can't eat their blood. Does it like make you sick?
Not really, but you won't get as much of the good juice.
Oh, I see.
So this guy is recovering. He had fatigue, and he's recovering now. And this guy's a real asshole. And
Really?
I have kept him. He's just a criminal.
Okay.
But I have kept him alive because I'm role playing a good. But maybe we'll eat him here.
Okay.
You can see he's a mesmerized level 1.
Okay.
Can you turn anyone without killing them? Like, can you
don't-
make this lady a vampire if you want
Not
to?
yet. Make her a real vampire.
Yeah. Give her what she wants.
Like, could you just kill her right now? Could you stay
I don't
back
think
and
I've got
murder?
enough to mesmerize her.
Who's Cotard?
Let's find out.
I see.
Could you kill her right now?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional.
Voice acting seems good.
They are
It's not bad.
putrefying, That they are dead.
He's
A
good.
ghost. Or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say?
I love her.
Oh, sad and petty mortal.
She
You
doesn't know
can't
he's a
even
vampire?
begin to understand the
No.
concept of immortality.
Nobody knows I'm a
And you
vampire
think
except for
it is I
like 2
who
people.
am delusional.
She's pretty great, but you do get these things like this hint required. And now you'll get a personal tidbit of information about her from somebody else, let's say, in conversation. And then you can come back in, and this is how you gain levels with people to make their blood more tasty. So she is in a kind of weird relationship with this guy, Thomas Elwood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark. to your nocturnal activity.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, she's really good. But this guy is in a weird relationship with her. He lets her come and drink her blood, drink his blood.
Ew.
Okay.
But he got his face kind of
evening,
blown
Mr.
off
Elwood.
in the war,
Evening, Dr.
and
Reed.
so he feels like, well, she's the only one who just doesn't treat me like a like kind of a medical anomaly.
Right.
She's like, we have a kind of friendly relationship, so I let her nibble on my finger. Big deal. And I think that's interesting. And then this game does some interesting things. So I got this tidbit about his injury that I've just unlocked. And so what happens is when you have one of these, he uses kind of a vampiric ability to intimidate or to draw out the truth from people, and you'll kind of see what happens when I click that.
Is there like a
Why
stat
do you
tied to
feel
that?
responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
So usually when they respond, it's very flat, like they're just like hypnotized.
Right.
Okay.
But
That's
then
cool.
they kind of pop back into it.
Just like some kind of
Why
Don
lie
Draper
about
shit.
it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
And so when you see this Y here,
Yeah.
a lot of time this means, okay, when you pick one of these, you are not going to be able to change this. A little like
Like it's a permanent thing.
a bit like Thomas will remember this. style
Right,
thing.
right. Okay.
I found sometimes you can go back in and get the other option, but for the most part, think of it as like a committing to a choice.
Gotcha.
I think beauty or you can't hide. That's what I would choose.
Yeah. So
I think beauty.
sometimes they go
Beauty
backwards,
is not
or they
everything, is
don't have the reaction you would
Says
think.
Mr. Pretty
Yeah.
Face.
Is that your name?
So,
Thank you. You're right. I am handsome.
So I did not do a great job
Oh,
there.
okay.
My bad.
So let's see if we can do it
Why lie
again.
about it?
Oh,
Come
interesting.
on.
So the
It's one
thing I
to
really
come
don't
back
like about this game,
disfigured by
actually-
the Germans, and it's another to get
That you can't
injured
skip
in an
this?
accident that
You
could have happened
can?
to anybody.
Beauty is
See,
not
now he's
everything,
just doing the
Mr.
one we
Says
picked before.
Mr.
Oh.
Pretty Face.
So I'm locked in. So the thing I don't like is if I try to do that again,
Why
and I'll try to
lie?
skip it,
Come on.
it'll go to him. Now I want to skip to the next bit of his.
Yeah.
Beauty is
It
not
just goes back to
everything,
me.
Mr.
It doesn't
Wait, it
chunk
skips
it
the
out.
entire.
Pretty face.
Oh, that sucks. Cause like
Yeah.
I don't know, like Skyrim and stuff is a good example. Like you can read a lot faster than you can
Yes.
hear the voice acting, so you'll kind of through
Yes,
it.
through
you
to
know?
the next sentence or
Yeah.
next train of thought.
But I don't want to skip their entire.
Yes. So what
dialogue,
happens
yeah.
if like we do this,
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore.
and I just wanted to get past the
Everyone.
hotel was a shithole?
Yeah.
I don't. If there's something past
Dead
that, I'll
drunk
miss it.
or-
Oh,
that's a
wow. That's a shame.
bad
the
call.
hotel was
Yeah.
a shithole.
So all this
There
stuff
was a
after the
fire
first.
that
I would have
Ooh,
missed
you
this.
stopped
No,
the
no,
fire.
no, no.
I would have gone back
Trying
to
to
did you
avoid
start
going
the
back to the
fire?
front.
That's almost
not
like a deal
uncommon,
breaker for me.
It's very tough because there's a lot of
It's just
dialogue,
that I
and
was
I do
asleep
read it
when the
faster.
flames
Yeah.
reached the
Oh
room.
man, yeah, that does stink.
Yeah.
The girl was long gone.
And so like
Bitch never woke me
it
up.
gets tough. I mean, the
Left me
voice
to
acting is
burn.
okay, but there's so much of it,
Yeah.
and maybe this is a prepping it for a quick look where time is limited. But
Right.
I was definitely feeling like, okay, this is taking a long time because I don't necessarily want to miss it because I like where the story and the dialogue is going. You will usually just get the bonuses if you need the hint or something, even if you skip it.
But you
though.
still want to like get the context and everything. Like I'm not a developer, but you would think that that's something that could maybe be fixed in a patch, right?
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
So part of my investigation now
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
is to see if people are black. There's another vampire here who's very nice. She's part of the aristocracy, and somebody seems to know that she's a vampire and is blackmailing her.
Okay.
And so that's kind of my big mission now, to talk to Harriet. That's the rat in the hospital.
Wait, look in the mirror.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be able to see yourself. Boo!
Yeah.
Boo! You're not a real vampire. You're faking it.
Gotta pass
You're a
that out,
faker.
too.
Let's talk to Harriet. It'd be great if I'm not really a vampire.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Is she blind?
Preposterous.
I don't know.
Dr.
This is the first
Reed,
time I'm
you
talking
say?
to her.
I don't want some bumbling
I'm definitely
intern.
seeing the thing that you see in a
Where's
lot of
Dr.
games where like
Swansea?
the main character and probably like other main characters are really well modeled and everything, and you can tell there's a discrepancy between the like NPCs and them.
I'm gonna go with I have questions. She doesn't seem like she'd be.
You don't want to do. Shut up.
We can.
No,
Yeah, do
don't.
it.
Okay. And then just eat her.
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet,
shit.
Harriet fucking Jones.
Indeed. I've been
Jones.
meaning to have a
Harriet
chat with
Jones.
You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings. us.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
Harriet Jones knows
This
it.
isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Ooh, fun. She's
So,
spicy.
This will just move you through in the story, but you can get more background.
Oh, okay.
stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Let's just go for the main line.
I
Oh,
assure
you don't want to do
this
you like
is
gossip?
not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then?
Oh.
Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching.
She's a great person.
slutty sores.
Bloody sores. Wow.
Well, if you have
Ew.
irritable,
The sore itself is.
I'll not have
All
the
right.
staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some...
Cavorting is a good word that you don't hear anymore.
I know.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on.
And you're just so
See you
pretty.
on the next round.
So let's see if I can go back there. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you cannot.
Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Like you say greetings even though you literally haven't moved at all.
Waking a poor old woman in her sleep. There isn't a
Just had a
poor
full
life
conversation.
saving somewhere.
She's just very fast to fall asleep.
Now,
Well, if you really must.
It's the most exasperated voice acting I've ever heard.
So, so I can go down and drill down these conversation trees. I might get a hint.
have you noticed
That
any
might give
suspicious
me
comings or goings?
more abilities to talk to other
It
people.
would be a great deal
Okay.
easier to make a list of things unsuspicious.
What would you
in
say is
this
the
house of
breakdown if you had to
charlatans.
give it like percentage between like talking narrative stuff and like combat gameplay focused stuff?
Everyone here is very capable.
There's a lot of
I have not
dialogue.
seen
Yeah, what
any
do you say? It's like
instances of
70% narrative
unprofessionalism.
dialogue stuff, 30%.
From what I've seen,
combat?
it's
Murderers
seven,
the
yeah,
lot.
like 70%
People have
dialogue.
gone
Okay.
missing
Aside
here,
from
you know.
the
Poof,
not being able to
without a
skip
trace.
properly or move ahead more quickly, like, is it good dialogue?
I've
Is
enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
just-
really like Life
it's a
is
lot of
Strange,
it.
and I like the setting
Come
of
now, Miss
this.
Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
But it's a lot of good story, yes?
Have you no
or just a
idea?
lot
It's
of
interesting.
This
It's
hospital accepts all manner of
very
souls,
soap opera.
regardless of
Like there's a
origin.
lot of
Okay, sure.
interconnected.
Sick cannot heal. We're kept
Like you learn the
secret by refugees.
interconnectedness and the web of this community.
like right, like the hierarchy.
People are dating certain people. People have backroom deals with other people, and you're kind of uncovering that. And I think adding on top of that the ability
I'll
to
come and
take
visit
somebody
you
out of
shortly.
that equation is interesting
night.
to see
Huh.
where
Oh,
that
that
goes.
is cool.
Okay. Is that kind of
Whoops,
how Life
crap,
is
I
Strange
just-
was?
No.
No, that was much more of like
I'll come and
railroaded,
visit
and then
you
you had like
shortly.
a couple big choices,
Oh,
and then
okay.
that would affect stuff going forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Life is Strange. Life is Strange, the original at least. Not the. Was it the calm before the
patients
storm?
staff might know
Like,
something.
or it's like before the
I'll
storm.
start
I think.
my investigation
The
with
main
that.
hook on that was you see something bad happen, and then you could rewind time to
Okay.
kind of fix
Try
it.
to fix it.
So, a rat in the hospital now wants me to go find Nurse Hawkins, Dorothy Crane, and Gwyneth.
What are those
Brannigan.
shiny things on the wall?
They're just like, hey, do you want to read this poster?
Are they interesting?
Yeah, some of them are.
Do not cough in public.
I sneezed on the train today, and some lady recoiled like I just spit in her face.
Maybe
you cover
her-
your mouth?
Maybe she was a
Yes,
vampire.
Okay.
I was like a seat away from her, but she like turned her shoulder. I was like, "Lady, calm down. It's just allergies."
Let's go talk to her.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke to
Like
that
everybody's,
old shrew,
they can
Harriet
be pretty
Jones.
tough to each other. I mean, it's not a good time in general. This hospital's not doing
Right.
well.
Full of fanciful tales.
A lot of gossip here.
She deserves our help.
I think she can just tell the
Telling
truth.
the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon.
I love this.
Fuck, all
Who
right.
cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Anyway, I gotta go scratch my slutty sores.
There's also, I think she might be the one. One of these nurses is selling beds in the hospital to people who can
weird.
afford it.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Christ.
All right. So
Did we move forward?
it
there?
feels like we.
What can you tell me about the strange man?
Let me guess.
Yeah. So I feel like we did, and we went as far as
She
we
could have
can
been
right now.
telling-
So, do we need to unlock more dialogue or
We might need to. Yeah.
personal questions? Ask her out on a date. Tell her you're a
yeah.
doctor.
Those are all locked.
I eat rats.
How do you feel about rats?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
All right, let's go talk to some other real bad people. There is a run.
I'm curious to see the combat.
Yeah.
So far, I'm like kind of down to climb with this game. Seems fun.
Let's see. Who should we talk to? Who's that?
It's another. Oh, I like that you can see their like blood flowing
That's
through.
weird. It's like one of those bodies exhibits where you can see all the
Oh,
like,
yeah.
veins and the shape of a. It really freaks me out.
Oh,
I think
love
she's
this.
good.
I like her glasses. Also, she's looking right at the camera.
Any of the nurses here?
Oh, we'll do that. All right. Well, she's all right. So another thing that kind of bothers me a little bit about this game is you see that this
It's
is
like
lit
white,
up.
yeah.
Which means that there's probably deep down in here one that I didn't get to, but
You don't know where.
you gotta kind of drill down. Oh, look what this
Why
is
does
doing.
Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke.
I'm right here. I'm literally right here.
Hey.
Hey.
With my giant pen.
Of course, suggesting
Right
that
here.
he's not taking my
it's
gender
Quill.
into consideration.
Oh yeah, it does
when
look like one of
comes
those
to
like
medical
comically
practice and
oversized pens.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't.
Okay. So didn't get anything from that.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds.
Also right here.
Doctor.
Still right here.
They're all sluts.
All right. Let's go.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. And now Dorothy. Milton.
A lot of good names here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Dorothy?
Dorothy. So
Pippa.
if you wanted to, could you go explore a different area
Yeah.
and find more people? So okay, cool.
Yeah, well-
so you're
well-
not like locked into this until you.
No, though I have kind of just. There's so much going on. Oh boy. Dorothy.
Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. I'm gonna check into hotels with that.
Whoa. was
What's up with
that?
his blood?
Oh jeez.
Is he like coughing?
Oh, he's not doing super great.
Is that what that cloud
I
of?
don't know. I'm not actually 100.
Don't walk into that.
Investigate citizens' actions. Oh, it's often.
Is that the citizen?
I don't
Seems
know.
unknown.
Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
So there are two doctors that are at odds about what to do about this guy's arm, and they're fighting.
Oh, like should we cut it off, kind of thing?
Goodbye
A little
for
bit,
now,
yeah.
Mr.
Some guy has like
I'll
a
see you
radical
later.
procedure to try and save it. The other guy is like, no, we must stick to the old ways.
Was his arm bit or is this a non-vampire related?
Non-vampire related.
Okay.
So the waypoint's telling me to go this way, but I don't know where Dorothy is.
Does the bite
There's
have to be on
so
the
many
neck?
people.
Like, could a bite be like elsewhere and it still gets into the bloodstream, or in vampire lore does it have to be a neck bite?
I
That just
don't
the
know.
quickest way to-
Like, is it zombie lore or is it vampires?
Oh yeah, because zombies can just bite wherever and
Yeah.
you turn into a zombie, right?
I think vampires can also bite wherever. I think
Yeah.
neck is just like.
Quicker.
I think it's quicker. There's a lot of blood there. Also, I think a lot of vampire
running
stuff
in
is
circles
like
here.
based in sexuality and it's erotic.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's like they're kissing.
Yeah,
Well-
but it's also like I think there's like the metaphor for sexuality and like I don't know. Everything's at night. I don't know. Don't ask me more questions.
Let's follow this waypoint here.
I think a lot of things go over my head.
Pharmacy.
Yeah.
I never. Caught
Oh, this
that.
is this is our guy. This is a guy who sucks.
That's the asshole,
Let's
yeah.
talk to the guy who sucks.
Hey, Doc.
Hate him already.
Punch him in the face.
Let's just go. I'll show you how much he sucks.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
I like this
We
accent.
can't escape.
I don't know all the different
consequences
English
of our
accents, but I like this
Oh,
one.
there are
The
so
past
many.
Yeah.
catches up with us
I think this is like
I ain't
Cockney.
afraid
Ah.
of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot
The Wet Boot Boys. That is not an intimidating name for a gang.
Punch in the face. All
We
who
have wet
thought I would
shoes.
not come back.
Wet boot boys. We all dressed like little page boys, even though we're 40 years old.
Yeah, he sucks.
Do you ever think about
He
that
stabbed a guy and
poor
pushed him in the
fella
water.
right through you,
Jeez.
pushed
Oh,
him
he was a dry boot
The wound
loser.
he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. But I should cut me good.
All right, should we kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. YOLO.
All right.
Clay.
ready?
Yeah. Kill the guy.
So let's see. Can we just mesmerize?
I hope we touch his head. Please touch his head like that.
Take his dumb hat off.
Just like be like, hey, look over there, and then touch his head.
Can your powers?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's not suspicious.
Do your powers go through the hat?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so now we can lead him basically to the little red line shows you where some shadows are.
How many other people have you eaten?
None. This will be my first meal.
This is cool.
I hope you go to prison immediately. It's game over.
Like, I think this is kind of messed up.
Wow.
But listen,
Gotta do it for the quick look.
Gotta do it for the quick look.
If I lived here, I would wear a hat that would block the vampire powers if he put his hand on my head.
You'd be a tinfoil hat wearing man.
Yes. I would line my hat with it.
It's kind of nice they show you where you can go to do this in privacy.
So it's just leading you to like a murder place?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just, we're going for a little talk.
Yep. Just want to see if I can join the Wet Boot Boys.
You should stab him and throw him in a river.
I'm going to get some sick XP. Hopefully, I don't think he's fully healed yet, so I'm not getting as much.
Ooh, I like
Ooh,
this building music.
Embrace, hug him.
Ready?
Yeah.
Embrace.
This is about sex, apparently.
I don't know how true that is. I feel like I've read stuff that's like, this is all a metaphor for sex.
Isn't that all? Twilight's all about vampires having sex, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of subtext there, though.
All right.
Killed, extorted, stole. Now
Wait.
I die.
Oh.
He's talking?
I live the way I
I think it's a little like Assassin's Creed.
Okay, yeah.
All right, he seemed okay with that. So we just leave this body in the...
No, just, weird.
Can we dump it in this box?
I'll just take some. Also, there's a bit of a weird thing of...
What is this? What is going on?
It's a cappella.
Weird.
There's a little bit of a weird thing with this hospitals and serious...
Creepy music.
I know.
it's
The
just like-
music is actually pretty good.
I know, it
awesome,
sounds
yeah.
like some of the music from Arrival.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a weird thing where this hospital's in trouble. It's having a really tough time, but you're constantly just looting boxes that are around.
What do you use that for? To heal?
No, you can make... Oh, wait. Is this... Okay. I think they're
Milton,
they're,
isn't that...
They're a
Do
couple.
we need Milton?
No.
Oh, were they off finding their own dark
Maybe.
corner somewhere to embrace?
Maybe they were cavorting. Let's go to this other waypoint marker here, which could be the reach the pharmacy, and maybe that'll be a bit of... Oh, no. Is she here? Oh, this is new.
Oh.
If a citizen is behaving sufficiently, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. Look for Dorothy.
Do you think maybe that's what was going on in that other thing?
Oh, maybe. Oh.
Oh, yeah. But that's weird. It's suspicious glow.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful.
Why does she have
You look
blood
so
all over
bad
her
they may
smock?
keep
She's a
you as
nurse.
patient.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
Also,
her.
she just
I
likes
don't
blood.
like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find
Is this
this
London
useful.
specifically?
I forgot.
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I can't read.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
According to Google, it is set in London, I believe.
So it's rough around the edges,
Yeah.
but I like what they're going for.
Yeah, this seems interesting.
Yeah, I'm like intrigued. I'm
Yes,
curious to see.
intriguing, I think, is the right
Yeah.
word. Oh, wait, what? Wait, she really got the hell out of there.
Oh, wow. That
Jeez.
boat
Speed
fucking goes.
Well,
Just gets on a jet ski.
this will probably be some combat in here, or we'll see. I think it will.
Can you ever turn into a bat?
Not, I haven't yet, but
What
I
about
am new.
Mist?
I'm still new to this Vampyr.
Are you fighting humans in the combat? It's like,
I
can you fight
did-
someone and then suck their blood after you?
You can
combat 'em?
You can fight people and suck their blood.
Okay.
Is there any wall meat?
I have not whipped open any wall meat yet.
Okay.
He's locked the door behind him.
Asshole.
I need to find another way to follow him.
Okay. Another way presents itself. There's also a lot of stuff in the environment that I find easy
Ooh,
to
you don't look good.
easy to miss.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what's
What are you talking
going
about?
on
I
here?
look
You're
great.
all veiny.
Oh,
Why is your face? It looks
you
like
know.
you got spider veins in your face.
Maybe because I drank that doofus's blood. Oh, it sounds good down here.
Ew, somebody's throwing up.
Just screaming
Get outta here.
chemicals.
I don't know if that's throwing up or somebody just got like their arm
Oh.
ripped off.
Ugh.
Looking good.
Oh, sorry. What was the stuff you're picking up?
So you use that to craft potions,
Okay.
whether it's to heal people or stuff that
Or
can give you
yourself.
buffs and
Oh, okay.
blood.
Do you do that often?
It's when you're at night in your room, so we'll
I
do
feel
that.
like that's the part I would enjoy the least. I don't like
Uh,
that kind of stuff.
yeah,
He was savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Okay,
it's
some
true.
detective shit.
Yep.
Lick up the stuff on the floor so you don't have to eat rats.
So those skulls are the
Ugh.
just like kind of dumb vampires.
All right.
Disposables.
Yes.
Just like
So we're gonna
foot
fight.
soldiers.
We're gonna fight them.
Okay, cool.
Any rats around here? No, but I have full blood from when I ate doofus.
Is it easy to catch rats?
Yeah.
Whoa, where did that sword come from?
I think that might have been part of the DLC I bought.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because the other stuff I have is like, iron rod.
Right.
Should level up your AK.
And you can switch. You can have 2 weapon slots. So I've got this machete.
Cool.
I've also got this knife. This is a good time to explain the combat before we actually get into it. So in my offhand or my main hand, I've got a sword, which is called the Dragon Bane, which is like, sure, yeah, and this machete. But really, what I could have is like this piece of wood with nails in it.
Okay, yeah.
Or
Use bludgeon.
it's 2-handed scythe, which would take
cool.
up both of my hands.
That's awesome, though.
This like hacksaw, which you could use, or that axe I got from killing that guy. But
Oh, really?
This sword seems pretty rad. Even though it only does
I like the hatchet.
75 damage, which isn't like way up there compared to these other things. The scythe is pretty cool. I was using it for a bit until I found this dumb sword. And then your offhand, you have usually things that can stun people. So when you stun people, almost like God of War-ish, there's a stun meter.
Okay.
And then you can drink their blood if they're stunned.
So once you get them to like a critical state,
yes.
almost like a Doom glory kill situation.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, and so like the offhand thing is kind of more for stunning.
Even the guns?
No, the guns. So you can just switch to your hand to just shoot ranged.
Okay.
But you can see underneath with this thing. Does it say it here? 5 blood absorption. So when I use this weapon, it just sucks blood from me.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Neato.
Okay.
So that's what I have on right now. I haven't really used the guns too much. And we'll jump in here. So that's my stun move. That's okay. Well, it's on. So there's a lock on. I'm gonna back him up a little bit. There's a dodge.
The look of this seems kind of Witcher-like.
Yes, it's actually. I found myself thinking it's very much like The Witcher 1.
Oh, okay.
Where they were figuring out what. Yeah, where they were kind of figuring out what the combat should be.
Okay.
And then in Witcher 2 and 3 figured out what games people will buy.
Okay. And then made it passable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll see. I'm not very. There's a.
How many are you, dumb thing?
Yeah, you can parry people, and I've had not a lot of luck with the parry. I'll try and get him stunned.
You're using your offhand?
He might be really resistant.
Yeah, it's not doing too much.
So, do we not like the combat?
So you see the red melee, there's like a red 2 swords cross. He's resistant to melee and to ranged, but not to shadow or blood attacks.
It's almost some like Shadow of Mordor stuff.
So is that like your claw attack?
Yeah.
How do you claw attack?
By hitting the right bumper. You see at the bottom right there, left bumper is the heal myself, right bumper is the claw. So let's claw him.
Fuck him up.
Oops.
Oh. Nope, not at all.
Okay. And then there's a cooldown on that. Okay, let me
that dash is cool.
Yeah.
Let me fuck up a little bit. But I'm out of stamina. So you got to be careful. There's that claw.
Oh, wow. That did not waste any time.
Yeah.
No, the claw's pretty strong. So you see my health now has come down like Dark Souls. It has a maximum cap now. Oh. Because I got hit by something. And the that autophage will actually heal that.
Cool.
Okay. It'll heal the cap.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're a vampire, you're pretty much immortal. I'm going to sneak up on this guy and try and just suck his blood. He's just kind of doing a new dance. All the rage.
Is there a lot of stealth stuff?
And see, stunned him and then suck him out.
Ew, that's dirty blood.
But it didn't take a lot out of him. I'll see if I can do a parry. I'm not good at it. So when I hit him when he's like that, they'll usually parry me.
Oh, okay.
Missed it.
Oh, no way. Yikes.
All
right. I guess sharing is caring.
And I'll just claw him.
Do you like the combat? Do you tolerate the combat? Do you hate it?
Like The Witcher 1, which is why I compare it to it, I really didn't like The Witcher 1 combat at first, and then I got kind of way into it. And I'm not sure if I will get way into this, if it's something that as I get better abilities, I will like more. So far, it feels different enough where I can't just apply my general video game skill to it. I'm not sure what exactly it's going for.
Okay.
Metered and paced and Dark Soulsian or combo based, and I'm not quite sure.
Devil May Cry.
I'm not quite sure where it's what it wants me to do yet. But I might get there.
Can you? How easy is it to avoid the combat?
I don't think it is easy to avoid the combat.
Okay.
All right.
Is it always like really sectioned off where it's like, okay, here's an hour of like talking narrative stuff, and now here's a 30-minute combat section? Does it feel very sectioned off like that?
Yeah, mostly like combat arenas. You know, this knife might not just do a lot of stun damage, and that's why. Oh, fudge! Like I said, I also just am not good at the combat. At least I don't feel good at the combat or confident with it. So it might be me as well. Just getting used to it. It does, like, I have never run into just a vampire running through the hospital after I talked to Harriet.
How often do you die?
I've died like once so far, but you just kind of spawns you back a bit, and I think the game wants you to believe like you just kind of like boofed backwards because you are supposed to be immortal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think he like kind of gets up in a, like from a checkpoint, like shakes himself off, but it's clearly reloading the checkpoint.
Right.
He also has this. He doesn't have a jump, but he does have this. Like,
that's cool.
Wow,
like
that's very neat.
That's a good sound. That's a good look.
Ooh, new weapon.
New weapon. Let's try a different weapon.
Oh, it's common.
Boo. Bad loot.
Is that a thing though, where it's like you'll get rare or like?
I haven't gotten too much of that stuff yet.
Do you just find it around, or is it mission drops, or when you kill 3 people? When do you get the new weapons?
I found them just kind of laying around.
I mean, it's got the color coding.
Yeah, so I would assume. Let's try the two-handed weapon. That it 130 damage.
Yeah,
is it two?
Right.
All right. Is it one hand? Two-handed.
All right, maybe it's not so common.
It's gonna knock off that other thing I had there.
Yeah, all the plain backgrounds are used items, and that one says common, so I assume common is better than
cool.
anything he's got.
I'll put the stake in my other hand, which seemed to do a lot of stun damage before when I was using it.
Cool.
Do you fight other vampires?
Oh, it says plus 10 stun right there.
Other than the dumb vampires.
I fought one that was a little more powerful. Again, this is pretty early on.
Right.
I wanted to stop playing too deep because it autosaves, and I wasn't sure if we'd stumble across a big story thing. This game is, as I found playing it, very story focused.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if we're going the right way here. Okay, I see you in there. I'm going to try and sneak up on him and drink him dry.
Stun him. Man.
Rat.
Oh yeah, eat the rat. I want to see you eat a rat.
He makes such great sounds when you eat the rats.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this thing does a ton of stun damage, this steak.
Oh, cool. Yeah, look at
And
that.
so I can drink them up, and then I can just wreck them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to eat until you're full. Just eat until you're not hungry anymore.
He makes. I got sick of eating the rats because of the sound he makes each time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's.
I'll turn it up.
Okay. He goes. Yummy. Wait, let's do another one. But it's like every time. I think that. And sometimes there are 3 or 4 rats. You say.
That's how I eat KFC.
I love it.
Like, maybe he hates it as much
It's
as I
also
do.
weird that he makes that noise for the rats and no one else.
I know. I think he also just hates it.
Like, oh, gross. Oh,
Oh God.
It's disgusting.
Nothing's as good as my sister.
Oh, okay, so this is a big. Oh fuck.
Ooh, it's a werewolf?
Right, here we go.
Cool.
Now we're
Very
talking.
cool.
I gotta fight Blanca. What is?
Benny, don't fuck
It's
up.
a werewolf. He's a sewer beast.
Can't seem to lock onto him.
I like the music.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of got that Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movie.
Okay,
music.
like a Guy Ritchie then.
Oh. Yeah, fuck him up. Oh, he's got a good stun meter too. Maybe I can drink from him.
Eat that werewolf.
There's a lot. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong one. Yeah, I totally do want to eat him.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Ouchies.
That stun meter is serious.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Suck his blood. Ooh. So, could you turn into a mindless vampire? How did they become that way?
There is lore in the game. I forget exactly what it is.
Okay.
Well, are there like morality decisions, like renegade options and stuff like that?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Wow, this dude needs some pants.
So you got to manage your blood. You got to manage your. Okay, I'm really just putting that right through you. Manage your. Okay. Blood, your health. I want to stun him so I can get some more blood so I can heal myself.
Yeah, that is really weird. Is it like if he's in an animation, your
sure.
hit's not going to do anything?
Again, there is a parry, and I'm not doing it because I suck at it.
Looks like there's some like weird collision detection issues.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Get him.
Drink his blood.
That's the one. Okay.
Drink it.
It's a bit like the Murlocs from World of Warcraft. Oh, shit. This is going to suck.
Oh, fuck.
Heal it up.
Oh, why is that not letting you hit him? That sucks.
Oh, maybe I should try and be parrying more. Ugh. Oh, just hit him. Just fuck him up.
Great.
Okay.
With a stick.
Yeah. Seems like that's working all right.
Kick his ass.
I tried to parry. Hit him with my big pole.
Get him. Kill that beast.
Go. Oh.
Shit. Have you run into people in the game that they turn into werewolves like this?
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Vinny, we have some questions, and we think you're being rude by not answering.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Hey, Vinny, why didn't you answer my... Oh, shit.
Vinny, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah. Hey, what are you guys doing for lunch?
All right, I got a math problem for you.
There is a note I got about werewolves, and they were also very surprised that they existed. What is that? It's like a
fucking
stun.
Oh, fuck that.
Uh-oh, your face is fucked up forever now.
I'll just keep shoving needles in me or whatever I'm doing. Oh. I'm stuck in this corner.
That's a shame.
I am stuck in this corner.
That is a shame.
Okay.
Jesus, guy won't fucking die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, don't drink my blood. I drink your blood.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. I abandoned my child.
So, like, this fight makes me feel like... I mean, he is level 9, I'm level 8, but it makes me feel like I don't understand the combat. Which could be true.
There's something just floaty about it.
Yes, and
watching it.
And like some of the misses are obviously me whiffing, but some of them feel like I should hit
It feels
him.
like bullshit. It also is just like, this seems like the kind of fight where it's like, hit,
boy.
back up, hit. And it doesn't seem like you can get that good rhythm.
And again, there is a parry. I'm so... The timing is... Like, that's the parry.
Wow.
Which is it's very powerful, but... You know, I guess it should be a big risk reward. It just feels very dangerous.
Yeah, if you can't get it either.
Alright.
At least you can heal yourself.
Should I just try shooting him?
Yes. Get them silver bullets.
Oh, I don't have... I guess I don't have my gun on.
You can't go change it?
Should we get this, like, shotgun?
Yeah.
The
I mean, it's
Barker.
only 54 damage, but let's try it. I never really use these.
I do love this music, though.
Yeah, it's really good.
Hey, what's up?
Send him to Barkerville.
Shoot him.
Boom.
Oh, it's resisted.
Oh, damn it.
No.
All right, it's taken off.
All right.
I'm a doctor. I mean, this claw thing's pretty good.
Yeah. You almost got him.
My new method.
Hey, I like it.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, that gun.
Yeah.
Hello.
Not a lot
Victory
to check,
shot.
but I should anyway.
Teabag him.
I
I think that's a thing.
don't think I can. Did it.
Oh, his legs are fucked up.
Oh,
That is
no.
not right. Oh,
James
man.
Brown splits.
That's very Van Damme. All right. If you're sick, you have no money. If you wherever you're from, come see Dorothea.
What's that writing below? What language is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's vampirish.
Este.
Nice.
Some of it's Latin.
Yeah.
But all the weird little,
Some
like,
voucher
trills
for
in
free
that
check-up in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to?
Okay.
I really must find her.
So there is a lot of world stuff here. And you asked about the werewolves. Let's see if we have... Maybe it's this long letter. Where was that?
got all those keys.
Is this it? No, this is about vampires.
This is where you write, like, I have a crush on blood.
Yeah.
Why won't blood notice me?
The stuff is neat. And I think it's written well. Let's head out of here.
gotta say,
Woo.
this seems more interesting to me than the previous Don't Nod stuff. Remember Me and Life is
Hold on.
Strange did not look interesting to
Oh,
me.
Ooh.
Jesus.
That's cool.
That was intent. I was meant to eat a rat.
I like that better.
Okay. No.
Oh, you got an Achievo
Yeah.
for that.
Sweet
Like there's
Steam
like
achievements.
a cooldown on it too, which makes it so you can't just keep eating it.
Weird.
I have this thirst for blood.
We know, you weirdo. You're eating rats in a
So
sewer.
like you gotta kind of like walk off of them and then like walk back on them.
Oh,
Or is this good?
okay.
I want a mod
Eat a
of
rat.
Super Mario World where every time Yoshi eats an enemy, it just imposes that sound over the eating.
All right, let's continue heading out of here. I did like my cool jump out of here though.
That was cool.
Wait,
Oh, that's not the way out, I guess. That's where you came from.
up here.
So unlike Dan, I really liked Life is Strange. Do you think this would be a good game for folks who already liked their stuff, or do you think this is more of a departure?
This is definitely a departure. This is an action game, and also with the dialogue and interpersonal stuff. But well, that's because you're being attacked by these vampires, sir. Just slowly saunter up here.
Nice.
So they have resistance to being shot. Switch it up here. It's my big gun. Okay, it's not
Calm
complaining.
down. This is London. There is no fresh air. Oh boy.
I didn't survive a werewolf attack tonight to you. Fuck it.
Jesus.
I like the last shot just to nothing.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, sir.
It's a warning shot after I shot you all 17 times. Shoot him.
Nice.
Just put my sword back. All right. Let's finish this up. We'll head back to the office and then sleep. And I'll show you what happens there. Oh, no. There's a new person I can
Are you
talk to.
injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you
I'm
must
not a
calm
vampire.
down
Don't
first.
don't
Please
think about what
take
I
a
just
deep
did to those
breath
other
and
vampires.
Tell me your name.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher.
Yes.
Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Goodbye. So he'll probably become somebody in. Oh boy. Hey.
Uh-oh, we're trapped too.
All right.
Oh no.
New buds.
Somebody in the game. It seems like everybody you encounter that you can talk to becomes part of the ecosystem.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
Are people gonna start asking where that criminal went? Clay is.
He's been.
I
in
know.
And be
cares
like,
about
oh,
him.
I haven't seen Clay in a while. Anyway, nice hatchet.
He's got a headache, which we could cure. Let's get the hell out of here, though. Oh, you know what? Here, you'll find your way out. Where
Is there any kind of fast travel?
Let me check the map. I didn't see any. Generally, it doesn't feel that big. These dungeons are like you wander around in a dungeon.
Yeah.
There are different neighborhoods, it looks like, and districts. All right, let's head back, and then we will call it.
Okay, cool.
I think it was like around here.
Shove him into the river.
Nah, I'll just run by him.
Whoa.
Run around with my machete. Doctor's back.
Oh, I see. So you can have like a completely unhealthy district.
Yes.
If one person is sick, does the disease spread?
I don't know if it's. We'll find out when we turn the gears here. It kind of tells
Okay.
you explicitly what happens. Also, I'll show you one other little odd thing before we end that I thought was very funny because I don't know why it happens. Where's my goddamn room? First door on the left, she said at one point. The only open office. Is it my room? I don't think that's my room. This is my room, I think. Yeah, it's a very nice room. I don't know why, but for some reason when I come here, he puts on a little hat.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
it
a
does
little
this.
doctor's
It does
hat?
this kind of like big load, and then he puts like a bowler, and I'm not really quite sure why or what's happening. Maybe time is passing, but like,
Oh, nice. All right.
I'm not really quite sure what that's all about.
When does that come off?
I go back to the locker and put it on.
All right.
Anyway, now that I'm a dapper young man, this is where you'd go and spend your XP to dump into these skills.
Gotcha.
So let's just say we go into here, and you can perform a supernatural movement to your target. That seems cool, right?
Yeah.
So let's just buy that, and then we'll confirm, and then we're gonna sleep, and we should pass time. Yeah. So now we see what happens, right? So he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is he getting sick?
Something's happening with him. Oh no, that's about it.
Okay.
How's the old lady?
Harriet?
Yeah.
Is she on here?
Bottom right? Or no, that's...
No,
Where
that's
is she?
Gwyneth.
She might not be on here.
Oh.
Maybe because
Wait, no, top right?
no, that's not her. That's Beatrice.
Oh, the old
that's-
lady in the bed you're thinking.
Yeah.
Of. Yeah.
She's in a different district.
Weird. I wonder-
Oh, so this went down. Something happened here.
Oh. Should you go over and help?
This is.
Is there a bit of like juggling these kind of different areas and managing?
I haven't really gotten that far into it.
It's not like a Undead Nightmare kind of thing where you're like constantly trying to make sure
Right.
everybody's
Not that I noticed.
Okay, that's good.
And then you kind of bop out and continue on. So again, that's kind of the early bits of it. But I think that's a good showing off of you go around, you talk to everybody, try to get as many clues as you can to get their story, which is a lot of the game. So a lot of it is discovering their stories and whatnot. Then there's the bigger story about the whole vampire thing. And then there's the combat.
Gotcha.
And so I like it so far. I think it is rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would probably wait for a sale on this one. It's like $50, right?
Yeah, it's $50. I'm playing here on the PC. Yeah, there's something here, and
Yeah.
it's something I really like, and it's not just this cool outfit, but there's also a bit of roughness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is a Vampyr.
Cool.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
you
Vinny.
guys.
Thanks, Vinny.